What's going on, guys? Mike Walchip55, aka NapRacer15 here with a review slash unboxing of the Traxxas Latrax Alias 6-axis quadcopter. This quadcopter is about 15 inches in diameter, which is it's actually 14.76 inches, so not quite 15, but it's a pretty decent sized quadcopter, not the biggest, not the smallest. You can see it says on the box right here, it's got the telemetry that tells you, how much battery you have left in your quadcopter, and that's nice. Now, that is nice for, say, you're flying around, and you don't want to be too far away when the battery starts to die, and that's usually when you're flying a quadcopter, that's usually something you always do, is you kind of start to fly it a little bit closer to you if you think the battery's starting to die. Well, with this, you'll know when the battery's starting to die, and you'll know when you got to bring it back, and when to fly appropriately. Now, that is very nice. Now, you can see on the right-hand side of the box here, it has LED light strips. Now, the LEDs themselves are not actually colored. It's actually these plastic panels that have the red and white tints. Now, I don't think this one is red and white. I think this one is orange. But you can buy the different panels that go underneath to change the color of the LEDs, as well as the different bodies. You can change the color of the body if you want. So that's all very nice. Now, it does 3D flips, rolls, and twists, which means it doesn't just do, front flips, back flips, barrel rolls. It actually does, kind of tilts on its axis like that, like a side and front roll, which is very nice. You can see on the top of the box here, it says, it shows you the 3 different flight modes and the angles at which the helicopter will tilt. And so you got easy, where it won't go very far. You got medium, where it goes almost up to a 50-degree angle, a little bit more actually. And then you have expert, where it'll do full-on rolls, without actually programming it to do the barrel rolls or anything like that. So 3 different flight modes. That's all very nice. Let's see if there's anything on the back at the other side of the box real quick. No, just a picture of the Latrax Alias itself. Auto leveling, 6-axis flight system, it says right there, and all that. We've already seen that. So let's, if I can find my knife, let me just cut this open real quick and get into it. Alright, so that is open. See if we can just kind of tilt that. Alright, so now we're going to lay this down. Does not want to stay open. Alright, so first things first, we've just got our manual, which is very important to read for quadcopters if you're not a very experienced pilot, and it's also just kind of important to read if you are, because you need to know, how to program the flips and everything, and what you want to do with this particular quadcopter. And then right here, we just got, how to charge and all that, little booklet. Spare blades, and that is nice that it comes with spare blades. Let me get these out of here, they're kind of taped. So it does come with spare blades, that is nice. It's always nice when they include the spare parts with it. Alright. Moving on, we're going to take off this layer of foam right here, which should reveal the controller and the quadcopter itself. I can get that off of there. Yep, it does. Okay, so here's the controller first off. Looks like, is this the antenna? Okay, no, these are the, okay. So here is the controller itself. No antenna as far as I can see. It actually has the more joystick, analog stick kind of tip to the control sticks. It's not like a regular controller or anything. Now, left is when you hit the left bumper, you're going to be changing your flight mode from easy to fast to expert. And then on the right hand is the right bumper is your trick command. So once you hit that, the very next input with the yaw that you put in, whether it be right, left, down, up, up, right, up, left, down, right, it's going to flip in that direction after you hit that. From the looks of it, if we can get this back case off, I think we're going to be able to get that off. Hold on. Okay, I can't seem to get that off, but I believe it to take 4 AA batteries. And I do not think those are included, so you're going to need some 2.4 gigahertz. Now, the quadcopter itself, let's look at this now. It's fairly large, you know, being almost 15 inches motor to motor. Or I think that's blade to blade, I'm not 100% sure. Very light for what it is. Very exceptionally light, to be honest. I mean, this is this is crazy light. I think it's going to be very sensitive and touchy to the throttle. And then, oh, I was wrong. It actually does have batteries for the radio. It is 4 AAAs, so it does have those included. And you've got your charging cord and your USB stick. Now, let's go ahead and get this thing flying. Alright guys, so it's all charged up. The battery is a 3.7 volt battery. It takes 40 minutes on high charge rate to charge. If your PC is capable of charging it at that rate, that is what they recommend. It did have some battery right out of the box, so it only took me 20 minutes to charge. So we're going to go over here, we're going to give it its first flight. First, it is worth noting you do have to arm the quadcopter by pressing down on the left stick, like so. Alright, and then once that's done, it's armed. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take it for a short flight here and try to get it trimmed out best I can. And as you heard that radio beep, that is actually it disarming. If it detects an impact, or if you have not put an input in for 5 seconds, it disarms, and that's to prevent accidents. So let's try this out. Ooh. That is very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. Very sensitive when it comes to throttle. Now, I mean, it doesn't really need trimmed out all that much. I mean, that's hands off right there. It's pretty good trim right off the bat. It's a very bright blue LED. If I can bring it back here without crashing. It's a very bright blue LED in the back. And I can't really, here, I'll land it and show you. Because I don't want to try to turn it around while I'm flying. I'm not that good. Alright, so I'll show you. I'll let that disarm first. Okay, so I'll show you. It has a very bright blue LED in the back. So it's very easy to tell what direction it's facing. And that's really nice. And you can see the lights on the bottom are glowing very bright. Those are easy to see. Definitely interested to see some nighttime flying. Now it also has these rubber pads that are underneath every motor. And that does 2 things. It makes your landing softer, and it protects the motors and protects the pins from getting jammed up into the propellers. So that's very nice that it does that. So let's try that one more time. Arm it. Now it does spin very, it's very, very sensitive. It does spin very slowly in normal rates, but I'm not going to turn the rates up at all. That's as fast as it turns right there. I'm not going to turn the rates up because it's a very enclosed area that I'm in, and I don't want to risk wrecking it at all. So you can see right there, I mean that's hands off right there. It's pretty good trim, not bad at all. And yeah, you can definitely see. I'm going to try to turn it around here. I had to abort the flight there, I almost wrecked it. Yeah, control-wise, I'd say it's very good. It's very responsive, very sensitive when it comes to throttle. I think it'll be great for outdoor flying. I'm not going to try any flips or anything in here, because it's very, very enclosed, like I said. The telemetry works great. It tells you your battery and everything. I can see it right on the radio, and I'm going to show that to you. Let me land this over here and I'll show you that. Alright, so I'm going to show you the telemetry after it has disarmed. Okay, so you can see on the radio there, it has your throttle inputs and it's disarmed, so I'm going to go ahead and you can see it shows you how much you're doing. It won't show you now that it's disarmed, but when you move the stick up, it'll tell you how much input you're giving it. And on the top left, I think, is the transmitter battery, and on the top right is your quadcopter battery. So definitely worth the money. I think this was around 110 or 120 bucks. So you know, very good. I mean, even for beginner flyers. Now, like I said, there are 3 more rates after beginner that just improve the responsiveness and the maneuverability, which will be very useful outside. So whether you're a new flyer or an experienced flyer, this is definitely something I would recommend. Definitely one of the most stable out of the box I think I've ever seen. So yeah, guys, I totally recommend it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, like, and subscribe.